you hear from, your past is a gift. Okay, so another moment of something I've been going through in this last month. For those who don't know, I'd been in hospital for 2 weeks. I was really ill. I couldn't eat. Everything kept coming back up. I was feeling very sick. So I was having digestive problems. In the 2 weeks I was in hospital, I lost 7 kilos just over those 2 weeks of, from the first moment that I got sick, at first Friday to 2 weeks later. And over the course of the first 4 weeks, I lost 10 kilos. Now, this video today is for those of us that keep looking at ourselves and our bodies with a distorted vision. We never look at ourselves in a way that you feel good about how you look. You know what I mean? When you don't have anything on. I'm not talking about, sometimes we feel good when we've got clothes on. The clothes make us feel good and we look good. But having said that, I'd lost the 10 kilos over the 4 weeks. And I kept looking at myself and I kept thinking that I was still overweight. I still have a bulgy stomach. And, I just found myself in the last couple of days thinking, where does it stop? Where does that stop? When is the stomach finally enough? That you can look at yourself and go, wow, now I feel good about how I look. There's always that judgment that it's too big, it's too fat, it's never thin enough. And I've had moments in my life where I remember, how old was I? About 18. And I remember this very skinny little girl that used to be my sister's friend. And I remember looking at her thinking, oh my God, she's almost anorexic, And one day, we went swimming, I don't know how it all eventuated, and she came home and they were all wet, the beach. We came home from the beach, and she borrowed some of my sister's clothes and she got changed, right? But her wet clothes, from previous were there. Her top and her skirt. Everything had got wet when we were at the beach. Anyway, so we got back, we all got changed. She borrowed some of my sister's clothes. And I'm looking at her skirt and I'm looking at the waistline on it and it looked tiny. But, now this is the funniest thing. I remember thinking, and I don't know why at the time, I remember thinking, I wonder how much difference there is between her skirt and mine, because I had a few mini skirts at the time. I pulled one of my skirts out and I measured the waist and they were the same. And this whole time I'd known this girl for months and months, that she'd been coming to see my sister and they'd been friends. And I remember thinking, she's so skinny. She's so skinny. But I'd look at myself and always think, oh my God, I'm so overweight. That bulgy stomach, that big stomach, I can't get rid of it. It looks ugly. And then after that, I remember thinking, but hang on, the two skirts are the same width on the waist. So how can my stomach be so big when these two skirts are the same and this girl is so skinny? And we were the same height at the time. So, I urge you today to look at yourself, really look at yourself, because it's so easy to go the other way. We've dealt with overweight and obesity in a lot of previous videos, but we've never really talked much about anorexia in our videos. And I've been on the brink so many times of, crossing that line and ending up way too thin. Because my view of how I look when I look at myself in the mirror is always too big. It's so distorted to what the reality is, and it's only been the last couple of days that I thought, because for a while there I kept thinking I do need to lose a bit of weight. I'd gained a little bit of weight this year and I'd stopped exercising as much as I used to because I'm so busy now trying to get as much time as I can with my little one before she starts big school. So I thought she's the priority at the moment. Once she starts big school, I can always fit in my own exercise around that. I can work around it. But I didn't want to lose time from being with her. So, some exercise we do at the park or we'll do at the swimming pool, but it's always around her schedule, around what she's doing. So I'm not really exercising as much as I used to. And it was always in the back of my mind, I have to lose this weight. I have 10 kilos, I have to lose them. You know, I've never been over 70 kilos in my whole life. And at the time I was close to 74. So I thought that's too much for me because I'm not big boned. I'm quite a small frame, you know. So to me, the 74 was a lot. But now I'm down to 61 and a half. And 61.9 was at the beginning, you know, of last week, and now I'm 61.5 this week. But I keep thinking to myself, when is it enough? When is it enough? Where do you stop and decide, now you're good enough, now you look good enough? Stop judging yourself that you're too big. You know? So please, for those of you out there, because it's not just girls anymore, boys are the same now. Obsessed with getting too thin, too thin. You know, and it's never thin enough. And that's what I encourage you to look at and love those parts, because it is enough. It is enough. If you feel good in yourself, if you have the energy to do things, and you feel, you know, full of vitality, that's enough. You know, weight becomes a problem when you don't have the energy, when you feel too sluggish because you've got too much weight and all these organs are working under duress, you know, because there's so much pressure around them from all this extra weight. Then it's a problem. That's something that you need to address. But get to a weight where you're comfortable within yourself, where you have all the energy that you need. And stop judging it. Stop judging that it's too big. Stop judging that this doesn't look right. Stop judging that that doesn't look right. Because all that is because we keep comparing to what, you know, we see in the magazines. We keep comparing to what we see on the screen, you know, in movies or on the television. You know? And it's not real. For the most part, it's not real. So we need to stop aspiring to something, because everybody's body is different. You know, maybe the people we're looking at, their frame's a lot bigger. Their frame might be smaller. We're all different shape. We're all different heights. We're all different. And we're meant to be. And that's okay. You have to embrace what it is that's different about you and accept it. You know? If you feel good within yourself, it's fine. You don't need to be thinner. It's fine. All right, my darlings. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? Love you guys. Bye for now.